hasta la vista to the old year. Though I wouldn't be seeing you again, but I could choose to remember the victorias we had in every single day. But that's by the way. It is 365 days gone by. I was just corrected about that. The experience was a leap year, sir. So, in the 366 days we just jogged past, we cried and we laughed, we sighed and we wish we could take back time, the joy and even the being sad. But through all of it, life in itself is our Victoria. So Victoria to horsemen and foot soldiers, Victoria to the old year, an exponential Victoria in this new year. They say the good old tunes are our father's medicine. The new is just some radical stuff for Gen Zs. But if I give you the new and the old, which will you choose? Your choice is your peace. If I have the mind of the man that conquered Hades and its sting, then Sophonismus avails me the power to filter out the trash every bit. For life in itself is our Victoria. Victoria to horsemen and foot soldiers. Victoria to the old year. An exponential Victoria in this new year. Yesterday is a byword. The present is an unwrapped box. So in my speech, I release the wisdom requisite for your Victoria in this new block. Let my speech be your dashboard, from which you choose the required power-ups and engage the 2025 lap run. So, your 20s are your successes, and your successes eventually crown up your tale, your story.
And with that, we say Happy New Year!
Yeah! Welcome to 2025! Oh my goodness, I am super excited and I'm happy to see you. Welcome to the Medley Show. My name is Tochi and you know it's your midday energy and we are in 2025. Oh my God, 2024 was a year. Yes, it was. But we're here and we are excited. Thank you so much, by the way. That was C4 launching us into the new year and setting the tone for today's edition of the Medley Show. So, like I said earlier, we're coming from 2024 and it was quite a year, but we're excited for 2025 and all that we're going to achieve and the magic we're going to make this year. You agree, right? Yes, I'm sure you do. So, on this edition of the show, we are going to be reflecting and charging for the year, and I'm sure you are as excited as I am to bring all that we have planned for you today. Before we get into the conversation, we are going to start by bringing you a feature that we put together, and this is called Welcome to the New Year. We'll be right back.
Welcome to the new year, and this is a guide to a fresh start in 2025. Reflect on the past year. Before diving into the new year, pause and think about all that happened in 2024. What did you achieve, no matter how small? What challenges pushed you to grow? Reflection isn't just about looking back. It's also about appreciating how far you've come and finding lessons that will guide you forward. Realistic goals. The start of the new year feels like a blank canvas, but don't overwhelm yourself by trying to paint the whole picture at once. Focus on specific, meaningful goals. Whether it's advancing your career, starting a passion project, or simply being more present with family, write them down and break them into small, manageable steps. Embrace positivity. Life in Nigeria isn't without its challenges, but our strength has always been our ability to stay hopeful. This year, choose to see opportunities in setbacks and focus on what you can control. Remember, positivity is contagious. Spread it in your house, workplace, and community. Strengthen community bonds. In Nigeria, we thrive on connections. As the new year begins, take time to reach out to friends, family, and neighbors. Check on those you haven't spoken to in a while. A heartfelt message, a shared meal, or even a prayer can remind people that they are not alone. Together, we are stronger. Focus on health. Good health is the foundation for everything else. Start this year by paying attention to your body and mind. Eat well. Don't skip those vegetables and fruits. Get moving, even if it's just a morning walk around your area. And don't forget your mental health. Rest when you need to, and to somebody if things feel overwhelming. Stay hopeful for Nigeria. No matter the challenges, we are a nation of resilience and faith. This year, let's commit to being part of the solution, whether it's through community service, supporting local businesses, or simply spreading kindness. Nigeria's progress starts with each of us, and together we can create a brighter future. Happy New Year, Nigeria! Let's make 2025 a year of growth, hope, and unity.
Indeed, we need hope, growth, and unity in this year 2025. So I'm sure that if there is one thing that we all look forward to in 2025 or in any new year, is to be able to set goals and by the end of the year. You want to look back at the end of the year and we're excited as to what you were able to achieve. I know it's also the season of New Year, New Me, New Year resolutions, blah, 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 and by February you've forgotten what you wrote down and you've moved on back to the same person that you were. So we want to ensure on the Medley Show that you don't get to do the same thing that you did last year. So we want to ensure that you set your goals and you're able to achieve them and you look back and you're excited by December of this year. And to help us do that, I have someone in the studio. I'm excited to introduce him to you. He goes by the name Fife Banks. He is a prosperity advisor, right? And he's also a coach, a consultant, and a creative. Welcome to the Medley Show.
Thank you very
I'm excited
much.
to see you. So I'm going to have to tell them that, I mean, for all the times I've seen him, he's always suited up, looking all serious, that prosperity thing. So I had to say, sir, please, let's look different today. So very welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
How are you feeling? Happy New Year to you.
Well, I feel very excited to be here and I feel very elated to have crossed over.
Oh yeah.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. So 2024, it was a whirlwind, wasn't it? So first of all, I'm going to ask, let's start by reflecting on 2024. What were the key things that you took away from last? Let me start first by asking, how was 2024 for you?
I think it was a very good year for me, 2024, and this is me speaking personally. I know that for a lot of people, it's contrary to what I just described. But in terms of...
I know a lot of people that would agree.
Oh yeah, in terms of, my life, my business, my family, was a very good year. Of course, we started out, by losing my mother-in-law, on the 31st of January. So that was like, really? Is this what this year is going to be about? But then things, took a different turn from there in terms of business growth, in terms of global expansion. We now do what we do here and in the United States. In terms of new clientele, so it was a very good year for me, to be very honest. And I'm hoping that 2025 will be much a better year. Yeah.
But there was one. Maybe it's just social media, but I think I also heard people say that there are a lot of people who are saying the same thing. They're like, 2024, what a year. 2024 was the year. 2024 this. It just felt like 2020. One thing for me was 2024 was very fast. I mean, I felt like we just got into January and in the next few months, I'm saying a Happy New Year again. The year just ran past. But it feels like everyone felt choked, felt troubled this 2024. There were so many things people had to deal with. But I want to ask, what is one lesson you would say we all needed to learn from last year? the activities or all the things that unfolded in the past year?
Thank you very much. Such a brilliant question. But let me quickly comment on what you said about the year, ran so fast. That's because you probably had many things to do.
Oh, yeah. I did. I'm not even sure I did all of them, but yes, I did have a lot of things to do.
Exactly. It looks as if, you have things to do, but the time is never enough.
Never enough.
What's one lesson that we should all take away from 2024? I think it would be to adopt the value of gratitude, right? Because it doesn't matter what you experienced, really. The fact that you can be watching this show right now means that you have outlived that, and life presents other opportunities for you to be able to refire and achieve whatever goals that you couldn't crush in 2024. So I think gratitude is one lesson that everybody should take away. Just be grateful, that you went through that year. It doesn't matter what you accomplished or did not accomplish. You are here now. There are other opportunities in your future.
I'm glad you mentioned gratitude, because I was going to ask you what role gratitude plays in setting the tone for the new year, like when you're setting out on a new journey. I mean, for me, 2025 is a new journey. It's a blank slate. We all have a blank canvas to start painting afresh. So whatever it was, whatever goals and targets you set for 2024, you didn't paint them, you have a new chance, you have a fresh start. But I want to talk about some common mistakes that people make in planning for the year, because I did introduce you as a premium prosperity coach, advisor. Yeah, everybody wants prosperity. In fact, no matter whatever it is we're playing for, money is the goal. We all want money, last. So, and that's, you're an expert in that. So I just want to ask, let's talk about some common mistakes that people make in planning and setting goals for the new year.
Right, thank you very much. Quickly, let me touch on the fact that prosperity is more than money.
We know, but money,
as a matter of fact, it's just one out of the 10 metrics, of prosperity. And I'm going to be talking about that maybe on another day, right? But, what are the things that people, make mistakes about when they're planning for the new year? I think it's like, going for a game of soccer, right? And, the goal you set is to win that game, right?
Yes.
So some would win, some would learn, but then after all of that, the game will end, but life continues, right?
True.
So the first mistake people make is to take failure as, the end of everything, right? The fact that you fail doesn't make you a failure. It's just an event. It means you've learned how not to do something, and then you can do it, in a much better way, all right? So that's one major, thing that people make mistakes about. Another thing is that people actually do not, set goals for themselves. They just want to waltz through life, and in this part of the world where we are very religious, some people take the prophecies that have been spoken over them and, the good feeling, with all the religious activities that they might have done, and they just wish that these things are going to magically, manifest in their lives.
To put it
exactly. And, it's like expecting to eat an elephant. How do you eat an elephant? It's bit by bit. So you must set the goal that ensure that you are able to move from A to B, B to C, and then of course all the way to Z. Yes, you may be able to move from A to M, but at least you know that there is a roadmap that you're following. There is an action plan, right? And another mistake is that for people who develop strategies and say, this is what I'm going to do. Many people don't develop a learning plan. Right, so you have an action plan, this is what you want to do, but then the question is, what do you need to learn to be able to perform at a level beyond miracle? Right, so people just feel like, because it's a new year, it's a new me. Well, the information you have, you got to bring in new information. Albert Einstein, who said that you cannot expect to solve a new problem, at the old level of information. So you got to learn something new to be able to perform at a much higher level. So along with having an action plan, people should have a learning plan. This is very critical.
Okay, I'm glad you said that, because there's something very common I hear a lot of people say. They say things like, 2020, I'm going to use 2025 because it's new. 2025 be nice, or 2025 is coming with this, is coming with that. And that sort of bothers me, because I feel like it's a new year. Like I said, it's a blank canvas. You are the one who's going to put into 2025 what you want to see, what you want to get. But then that brings me to my next question. What are some effective ways people can assess their personal and professional growth over the past year? Like, I'm starting the new year, so I want to assess how well did I do, what mistakes did I make, how can I do that assessment so that I don't go on I don't take the same trail in the new year.
Right, thank you so much for that. And it's about reflection, right? And if you check, reflection is about, bouncing something off a surface without really absorbing it, right? So it is for people to sit down and calibrate. I think it was Aristotle who said that a life that is not measured is not worth living, right? Because you need to set metric for yourself. And in my work as a management consultant, when I'm doing talent management for organization, I've developed a tool, by which people can, I call it the scanner model, which is actually an acronym for SKANR. You scan yourself, and S stands for skills, K for knowledge, domain-specific knowledge, A for attitude, N for network, and R for resources. So even for you, Tochi, it's a tool that you can use to be able to evaluate last year.
Oh, I will use it.
So say, wait a minute, what skills, did I develop last year? What new knowledge about my profession did I acquire? What attitude, did I adopt? And what new network, was I able to build? And then what new resources came into my life? But guess what? The same tool can be used for 2025 to then say, this year, what are the top 3 skills that I need to be the best in what I do?
Okay.
All right? And then like that. And then you're able to find the gap that, okay, of all these top 3 skills, on a scale of 0 to 10, where am I today? Where do I need to be?
Okay.
And that really have a pattern.
I'm going to hear. I want you to talk to my audience. What's your advice for setting meaningful and realistic goals for the new year?
Well, let me first start by saying that everybody's dream is valid. All right, because you see, there are all manner of schools of thought. There are people who say, set small goals. There are some people that will set big, hairy, audacious goals. Well, what matters is that you set goals, first of all. And a goal is essentially what you desire to achieve, right? So I will say that whoever you are, whether you're an executive watching this, whether you're a young person, is to first sit down and look at the different aspects of your life. The human being is multi-dimensional, right? A lot of people know that, okay, yeah, the spiritual, maybe the soul, maybe, physical goals in terms of my health and wellness, right? Spiritual in terms of I want to be intimate with God, and then solely could be your academic or your career. Right. But of course, there are other dimensions to life, financial, right? You just mentioned that, because money is a very integral part of, of life. It's not the only thing about life, but it's very important, right? So now you need to tell yourself, today being the 1st of January, by the end of March, Q1, what do I want to achieve in all these areas? And you must move from just thinking about it
to actually doing it.
Writing it down. That's the first thing. Because now what you're doing is that you're trying to create something, right? And that's why you hear words like manifesting, your desire and all those kind of stuff. Now, these are just vocabulary. We can dimension it and everybody can understand it in plain language, right? But for you to bring something from the realm of the invisible in your mind to it becoming a reality in your life, there is a process. And goal setting is an integral part of that process.
Right.
So when you're thinking about it and you're visualizing that which you want to achieve, let's take for instance, a lady watching this, you want to lose 70 pounds, all right? And so you've seen somebody who has the right weight that you're looking for, and you're always visualizing that. Maybe you've even gone on Pinterest and you've, taken a picture, you put it on your fridge somewhere, you can always see it. Now, you need to write it down. What amount of weight do you want to lose? Because if you're just wishing it, then it's not specific.
Right.
All right? And so, and it's like this saying that if you don't know where you're going, everywhere looks like a bus stop. Right? So, you need to be very specific. Okay. All right? And then, after being specific, you need to know that it's something that is easily achievable for you. Start from goals that are simple. When you achieve those goals and you celebrate them, what you are doing to your mind is that you are creating the capacity to be able to move to the next level.
Okay. So saying that you know, the way you're saying it is seeming so easy, but it's not that easy.
It is easy.
But, you know, it's not that easy. But people, you know, when you say people need to also find a way to stay consistent and motivated through these goals.
Absolutely.
But I'm going to let you go. Before we go, we're going to play a quick game. So I'm going to mention a few words. We're going to play a game called My 2025 Bucket List. Yeah. So when I mention a word, you tell me the first thing that comes to your mind, yeah? Okay, so travel destination.
Singapore.
Wow, okay, yeah. Singapore is beautiful. Okay, skills to learn.
Skills to learn. How to close billion-dollar deals.
Is that a skill? Please, I need to learn that skill too. Okay, so habit to build. Habit to build.
To be able to relate a bit more with policymakers and politicians who have solutions to help.
Is that habit? I feel like I just said that thing, but it's okay. Thank you so much for coming on the Medley Show today, and we've learned a lot. I've learned a lot, and I'm sure my viewers have too. So thank you again for coming on the show today. Okay, that was Fife Banks giving us tips as to how to win, set our goals, and crush them this year. We will go straight to Bumper Dump, but when we come back, I will open the phone line so that you send me messages and tell me your most memorable time of 2024. Bumper Dump up next. Thank you so much. That was Ferocious's new EP titled Pull Up. So you guys, I hope you pulled up to the show today. This is Medley Show, and it's still our New Year special. We're reflecting and we are recharging. So right about now, we're going to have a conversation. We're going to do a bit of a retro on the entertainment industry and the fashion industry, of course, in the past year, and what we're looking forward to in 2025. Yes, we're still reflecting and recharging. So I have in the studio, I have Shadrach Iyo from he's an AP with Beat FM. We call him the Big Sheddy. Welcome to the show.
Always a pleasure to be here.
Happy New Year to you, Sheddy. And I also have Babalola Oluwasho. He is a fashion designer. We call him Babs with the Vibes.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, welcome to the show. Happy New Year to you
too. Happy New Year to you.
So before we get into all that, tell me a bit about it. How was 2024 for you? I mean, you heard me talking with FIFA. So how was 2024? Are you one of those that did, oh my God, 2024? Or you're like, oh my, 2024 was a great year. How was it for you?
Let me just say the PTSD of 2024 is still very much on.
Oh no, that's deep.
It's an odyssey. That's what I would call it.
Okay, that was all it was for you.
That's the best way to describe it.
Wow, how about you?
I mean, it was pretty interesting for me because like I had my business grow. I got opportunities to show my designs in different places. So
wow.
For me, like for business, it was great. Family-wise, it was good. We thank God it was a great year. Just looking forward to amazing stuff we can do in 2025.
Oh, fantastic. I'm looking forward to amazing stuff in 2025 too. But okay, let's quickly dive into, let's do a retro into the, I'm going to start with music because that feels like a specialty. Tell me, how did the Nigerian music industry fare in 2024?
Not to steal a phrase from Obi Ichuk, it was loaded with a lot of things.
Right.
I think for the first time we began to understand that maybe international collaboration were as easy as this, because we had
yes, we had a lot.
We had so many of them, from the Ashakes to the Fireboy DMLs to the Thames. It was everywhere, and it made us appreciate genre.
We have Chris Brown speaking pidgin too.
Did you understand? There's a category for him now in the world. So I mean, it's beautiful. We love the growth, but I think 2024 reflected it on a new level musically, and how much more we can actually get from the entire thing. So it just expanded so many other things for us.
Okay, how about you? How did it go for the fashion industry?
This year 2024 was an amazing year for the fashion industry because we had our local designers showcase their designs in international fashion weeks. We had a lot of international collaborations because right now African prints, I think the world is going towards African prints, so a lot of our designers are beginning to tell stories with our local techniques, like tie and dye. Ashoke was a big part of 2024.
Yes,
it was. Like almost every brand had like an infusion of Ashoke in their design, and so for the fashion industry in Nigeria, it was big because we got people to start to see and listen to our stories. So yeah, it was quite an interesting 2024.
So, Shadi, which you've mentioned a lot of names. You've called the Ashakers, the Fiber, DML, Obi, of course, Burner, and all of them. But which artists, which artists ruled 2024 for you, and what made their music special? Why?
I don't know if I would say just one artist, because I feel like while we had maybe one of the most focused female power moves this year for a lot of female artists, which is something I was very happy to be a part of, from the Iron Stars to the Thames to the King Madi.
I was waiting for you to say that.
It was just remarkable.
Yeah.
So, but while the ladies were doing their thing in that sect, we had young names and young energy from young, artists who were just sort of breaking new grounds. You had the Taves, you had the Ayomaf, you had Odumodu on a different level completely.
Yes.
So it was just a year you thought you were focusing on one thing and you had a plethora of things to focus on. It was really, really, really productive.
Right, so I'm going to get into movies a bit too, because I love movies. That's easy for me to talk about. Then you guys are shiny with fashion and music. Let me shine with movies. So if you were to sum up Nollywood in 2024, what word would you call it? How good we did, or how bad we did?
I would say the bad reduced a bit. I saw a number of, it was the first time in a few years, I deliberately paid to watch Nollywood movies in cinemas.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, I think I saw maybe 6.
Wow.
Yeah, I was quite proud.
Which was your favorite?
I was quite proud of what they did. Funke Akindele's Battle on Booker Street was pretty wonderful.
Battle on Booker Street?
Yeah.
That's a Tribe Called Judah.
The Tribe Called Judah was after Battle on Booker Street.
Yeah, that was 20. Well, the thing is, we like to call a Tribe Called Judah a 2024 movie, but it's actually a 2024 movie. So just like now, we're about to start calling Everybody Loves Jenny for 2025 movie from December into that. Yeah. But all the movies you're going to see, what movies of 2024 stood out for you? Do you watch movies? Nollywood?
Nollywood sometimes.
Give us a
I would say Betrayed stood out for me.
Right, okay, right.
The continuity of it, the story, the intrigue behind it. It's a movie that if you walked into the cinema midway, you would need someone to explain to you what you've missed, but you would be fully engrossed in wherever you met it. I think what's his name is the Yoruba actor is also a director. I'm going to try and remember his name right now, where he hangs out with his friend for a promotion, celebration. His friend brings a lady over, frames him for the lady's murder. His wife has to be the savior of the day, knowing fully well that he cheated. And then the figure out later was a
cheating movie. No.
It was very, very relatable. Very
so I'm also glad you mentioned collaborations. Let me take you back to me. So what role do you think collaborations made in making 2025 big, 2024 big for our music industry?
I think it's a no-brainer at this point. I think a lot of the forebears in the music industry have been laying that notion in the minds of creatives that we can only shine better the more we collaborate. True. Perhaps is in the fashion industry, our world always meets.
Yes. Okay, so I'm glad you mentioned that. Because I was going to to say it at some point, because music, movies, and fashion always meet at every point. They always meet. So with that, I'm going to ask you, Babs, So are there designers or stylists that stood out for you in 2024, make 2024 remarkable in Nigeria?
Yeah, apart from me, a couple of us.
I was expecting you to say that.
Just to speak on the Nollywood conversation, I feel like the synergy has been really interesting because now award shows are giving opportunities for stylists in movies to get awards. The movies right now, styling is a big part of it.
It is a big part of it.
So there's a whole space, and the synergy is great because in the movies there's music too. Yes. So the three creative industries are coming together, and what that is doing for us as Nigerians is putting us on a bigger scale. right? So for every industry you are in the creative space, like there's an opportunity for you to go global, because our Nollywood is doing big things internationally, our music is doing big things internationally,
and so is our
fashion as well. We had Kenneth Eze collaborated with one of the biggest fashion companies in the world this year. This 2024, Maya Tofo did amazing as well.
Does he always?
Always. And we also have like the GT Cool Fashion Week, the Arise Fashion Week as well. That's giving opportunities to express.
The Lagos Fashion Week.
Lagos Fashion Week as well.
So men's fashion week in Abuja as well.
There was in
Lagos Fashion Week,
So recently we've been seeing more opportunities for designers and models, because the fashion space is bigger than just designers. We have the makeup artists, we have the models, we have the engineers backstage that are managing the runway. You know, so it's more than just the designers. So it's a big space, and we're doing really great. I feel like we have so much more for the world to see.
Yeah, because I agree with you completely. Music helps to tell the stories in the movie, and fashion. I mean, what when you look at what the actors are wearing, you can tell if it's an epic or medieval movie. You can tell if it's an urban pop culture movie. You can tell if it's a what they call it, flashback kind of movie. You just understand, and the music also works as well. So yeah, I agree with you when you say that all three of them are intertwined. But I also want to talk about, we had a lot of red carpet moments in 2025, from movie premieres to fashion weeks, and people just wanting to have events, and then there's a red carpet. So music awards, you know, and all that. So there's some iconic red carpet moments for you in 2024.
I mean, I'm into men's fashion, so there's someone I'm very particular about, and that's Ebuka.
Right.
I mean, like,
to go there.
Yeah, I mean, he wears the most interesting fits. You know, I think fashion is just beyond the clothes. I think your confidence is pretty important, and the way you carry yourself. So men are now paying more attention to details as well. So you can see guys wearing suits that has glitters. You know, you can see guys that wear
showing their feminine side or showing up in pink.
I mean, there's that.
Or lavender suit.
I mean, pink colors are not restricted to gender actually. So we can do that.
There was a time that men just stuck to the black, the blue, grey, and then women were the ones who did red, pink, yellow.
I feel like
all the funny names of colors, they came from us.
True.
But now it looks like they also did too.
I don't think it's. I think it's just shared. Yes, you know, good question.
That's the good.
Okay, that's what matters. You know. So I feel like for the male influencers and the male celebrities, they're paying more attention. Maybe even a bit more than the women now, because you know we have couture designers for men.
Yeah.
You know, that make stuff for those type of events, and I think it's important that we have runways, we have red carpets, because it's a chance for the world to see what we have. For me, fashion is a means of telling stories.
It's a big deal.
Yes, it's a big deal. Like, you know, there's even the part of, before the red carpet, you have to do a proper photo shoot.
Yes.
So by the time you're on the red carpet, you have content to drop for your fans. So it's a big deal. It's just beyond the red carpet now, and it's great for me as a designer because it gives me an opportunity to express myself.
So Shadi, Afrobeats continues to dominate. Like Afrobeats is always a thing. But did you notice any emerging new genres in the music industry that was beginning to gain traction?
Well, I did. It's interesting that a lot of things are pegged as Afrobeats, even though I feel like, you know, they are sort of like tinctures. You had, you know, songs that sing more like funk Afrobeats, and then you have artists who are, to borrow my fashion brothers angle, the bare bottoms are coming back. Looking at outfits who are dressed in very interesting ways, and it blends with their music. I remember Steve Lacy's music back in the day, and I wondered what he would look like, because the sound somehow created a visual in my head as to what he would look like. You hear an artist perform an alternative music. This one is alternative. I know what he would dress like. So it's very interesting. But I would say we're gradually focusing more on redefining what Afrobeat is for a number of people, aside the big argument of what Afrobeat should or should not be. For me, largely it's our cultural infusions into a popular sound. And while pop will always be a root genre for a lot of other aspects, for the cultural niche relevance that Afrobeat plays is why a lot of people clamor to just call everything that they do Afrobeat. But I would say that a lot of very interesting new sounds are coming up. A lot of hip-hop artists performing with hybrid productions, not your typical hip-hop production. It's very interesting. It's very interesting.
Okay, so I want to go back a little to movies, yeah? So we saw a lot. Okay, so the thing is, every Christmas, when we want to watch Christmas movies, it has to be some foreign movie. If you're not waiting for Hallmark, you're waiting for some, Hollywood. But last year, we saw at least 10 to 15 Christmas movies come out of Nigeria. Yeah. What's up with that? Like, how does that make you feel about our industry?
I feel we can only be the ones who tell our story better. Did
you see Christmas in Lagos?
Yeah, that's a great movie. I did.
I love the music. Yeah, so many things.
And the fashion.
It was everything. It was a great movie.
Was everything.
It was a great movie.
Another movie where fashion pop, but wasn't a Christmas movie, was Latifa.
Yes.
Very well.
Yes.
Probably because I'm also on the advertising angle, I could relate with the main character in a lot of ways. But it also the fact that they were trying to sell the creativity of the person. You could tell that this person is either someone who studied advertising and then got into acting.
Well, you won't be surprised that it isn't, because if you saw 7 Doors, Choma Chukwuka literally had to learn Yoruba
to
act that movie.
Here's the thing: if she's not in that line of work, it's even more impressive, because when she sold the role, it was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Okay, so quickly, speak to me about some fashion pitfalls you saw in 2020. We're just talking about how good it is. There must have been some pitfalls as well.
I don't want to be dragged online, so I might just avoid that question. So here's the thing about fashion, right? Everybody has their different expressions of fashion.
Yeah.
Well,
so I can't judge people's fashion sense per se. I mean, recently there've been a lot of crop tops. Guys have been wearing crop tops.
Tell me about it.
So I'm saying that everybody gets a chance to express how they want to, and I don't think we listen, we look, we don't judge. We look, we don't judge. So,
really? Okay, you look, not listen.
Don't judge. But I would say that with the fashion industry, we're becoming bolder, becoming more creative. I think that's what's most important. Those are the things I think we should focus on. The fact that now our designers get a chance to be put on a larger scale, on a bigger audience. And now I think people are watching a lot of Netflix movies, Nigerian movies.
Speaking of Netflix, like that was off for me this year. We had Prime Video leave at first, and then Netflix also left at some point in the year. We still have Nigerian movies on Netflix as well, but what do you think that means for film industry? Because it looked like at some point everyone started tilting towards Netflix. The cinema was beginning to lose some attention, and then all of a sudden, also in 2024, we saw a lot of YouTube movies.
Exactly.
So I want to talk about, just briefly before I let you go, what do you think Netflix leaving Nigeria means for our industry, good or bad?
I mean, I wouldn't call it a bad thing. I feel like if they leave, a platform will come up. True. This is Netflix that back in 2006, I wrote to them to ask why they were not in Nigeria, and the email I received was that they were not considering it then. And 4 years later, it was such a big deal in Nigeria. So Prime Videos, a number of the other ones are trying to see how much they can soak up the African market, and they're sponsoring a lot of content as well. But you have to understand, all these monies they're putting out, they're hoping to get traction.
Yeah, and they are getting traction.
Well, maybe the big picture they're looking for is not what they're getting from this market, from the African market or the Nigerian market right now. So maybe if they pull out, they have a rethink, they can always come back to the table and say,
okay.
But I also think the market is quite volatile right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have to let you go, but we're gonna play the same game that I played with Fife, right? Because of course we're all planning for 2025 and we're excited. We all have goals, blah 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 blah. Okay, so 2025 bucket list. I'll start with you, Shadi. Travel destination.
Ooh, I want to go to Norway.
Yeah. Strange choice. How about you?
I'm definitely going to go to China.
Okay.
Right.
I'm looking forward to exploring the fabric market. It's a lot.
Okay, so skill to learn. Shadi?
I would want to perfect my production skills. Yeah. For sure.
How about you?
My video editing skills, because content is the way now. So.
Is the way? Yeah, I'm feeling it. Habit to build, Shadi.
Come again?
Habit to build.
2024 shoulders shiggy. I want to take more risks this year. I'll put a pin on that one. I don't know what.
Okay, so how about you?
Definitely taking more risks.
More risk. Okay, that's cool. Anyway, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Shadi and Babs, for coming on the Medley Show today. I hope we get to do this again sometime in the future. So this is still the Medley Show. We go straight to popping or flopping. Stay with us.
Yeah, what makes it sound pop? What makes it sound trend? You'd have to dare to do something people have done, something people are not doing at a particular time. Because what's the trend? A trend is what people talk about or what people see or listen to at a particular time. So you have to be doing what people are not doing. That's when people pick interest. Yeah. What inspires trends? A lot of things can inspire trends. History inspires trends. A lot of things. But let's use when Pisco did the song with Alawi, they mentioned where he finished like the church, something like that. And then years later, nobody ever knew if the church was going to be the coach of Nigeria. And he could not finish. He could not round up the whole coaching deal he signed with Nigeria, and he left, and all of a sudden a song of over 10 years ago started trending all over again. So you see that line, something relatable, something that can be history. People can go pick Imam and Shatta today and you bring it back, and then people from before and then people now are like, okay, I know sound this and all that. So history and a lot of other things relatable and inspire trends. Yeah, I would say Amapiano and hip hop, basically. Amapiano and rap. I talk about Kendrick and Drake. They revived hip hop. They revived the culture. From my expertise, people are going to come from me, but it doesn't really matter. Afrobeat is flopping right now, and no disrespect to every Afrobeat artist, like everybody trying to put Afrobeat up there. But a lot of people put Afrobeat up there. But I'll mention three, the most famous three everybody knows. That's Whiskey, Davido, Burna Boy. These guys went global with Afrobeat, and then all of a sudden, one claimed not to be an Afrobeat artist, another one claimed that Afrobeat had no substance. You can't claim that Afrobeat does not have substance, but the no substance will what put you up there. And then you put that on global TV. I feel like that is what flopped Afrobeat. I can't really say Davido said this or that, because I'm not going to say what I don't know. But then, this big thing puts Afrobeat there. So I feel like for Afrobeat to flop to this level, it had to do with those global interviews. What up, it's your boy K to the OYSWAWGZ, and we're live from the longest serving channel on Nigerian television, NTA Medley Show, Nigeria. We're out.
Okay, that was popping or flopping, our first popping or flopping for the year 2025. Now, I'm going to take a few messages. Do remember I said you can send your messages to 0913-8989-550. So send your messages. Tell me what 2024 was for you. What are you looking forward to in 2025? Do you know? Just talk to me. I know I get to read it on the show. So I have a few messages already in, so I'm going to read them. This person says, congratulations and Happy New Year. I pray God to satisfy you and your family. Good things in 2025. 2024 was such a year, but I'm glad we are here. It wasn't it for all of us. So I have another message. It says, oh, I'm so glad we lived through 2024, but I'm excited for 2025. I'm as excited as you are. I have Joy from Kaduna says, the God that saved us for 2024 will take us through 2024. Joy, I say amen to that prayer. Of course, it took us to 2025. It looks like this 2024 really showed people shiggy. Fife, I don't know where you got yours from, but people seem to have a different impression of 2024 from yours. But I'm going to take a few more messages. Michael says, 2025 is looking beautiful already. I already got gifts today. Ooh, congratulations to you, Michael. And I have Tosin. Tosin says, if 2025 turns out to be like 2024, then we shall just pack our bags and tell Jesus to come. Was it that bad? I don't think it was that bad, Tosin. So I have Abdul Malik says, it's 2025. Yay! Yes, I'm as excited as you are. It's 2025, and I'm happy to be done with 2024. I'm excited about 2025. So, Joseph said 2024 seemed dark at the beginning because I lost someone very dear, but I seem to be getting over it, and I'm looking forward to 2025. I'm so sorry for your loss, and just as you are, we are looking forward to 2025. I have another message from... Oh, okay. Sorry, I can't quite pronounce the name so that I don't murder your name, but I'm going to read your message all the same. It says, I had an enjoyable Christmas that made up for all the drama of 2024, but 2025 is here. Let's move forward and let's win together. Yes, I am with you. We're going to win together in 2025. I have another message. It says, thank you so much for bringing us this amazing show. Thank you so much for watching. Christmas was beautiful and 2025 is going to be amazing. Well, we look forward to a beautiful 2025. Okay, so before I have so many messages, we'll get to read some more, but right about now we're bringing you a musical performance from an amazing female artist who goes by the name Jumi. Jumi, take it away. Okay, while we get ready for Jumi, I'm going to read a few more messages. We have a little technical issue. So this message is from Trooks. Trooks says, 2024 was beautiful. 2024 was beautiful. I don't understand why a lot of people are complaining. Oh, don't say that. People have their, people had their drama. Some other people had a good year, but don't say you don't know why they're complaining. So another message. Thank you so much, 2024. It was great. Hello, 2025. It's from Joy. Oh no, sorry, this is from Jennifer. She says, thank you so much, 2024. Hello, 2025. Let's win this year. Yes, I like the spirit. We're all looking forward to winning. So here's another message from Deborah in Nasarawa. She says, 2024 was such a good year that I am excited as to what is coming in 2025. Deborah, I'm with you on that. And Kafayat from Kwara says, 2024, let me not say anything. Let's just wait and see what is coming in 2025. Right, Ladi from Lokoja says, 2024 was a year that brought tears to my... was a year that came with its challenges, but 2025 looks like it will wipe the tears from our eyes. That's amazing. Ladi from Lokoja. Okay, so Jumi is ready for us now, so we'll take a musical performance from Jumi at the moment. Okay, looks like we're still trying to figure out Jumi's music. Well, while we do that, let's take more messages. This is Charity from Papi. Charity says, I didn't get to say Merry Christmas to you earlier, so Merry Christmas and a wonderful New Year to you. Thank you so much, Charity. We appreciate the message. Alade from Mina says, 2025 is about to be lit. I hope he's getting lit in a good way. I hope 2025 is getting lit in a good way. Yeah, 2025 is really about to be lit on all angles. Maxwell says, oh, this is my first time watching your show and I love every bit of it. I'm looking forward to the beauties of 2025. Thank you so much, Maxwell. We also have Magai Usman. Magai from Borno says, 2024 was a great year, but 2025 is here. Let's all look forward to the beauty that 2025 brings us this year. Okay, that's a lot of messages. We still have so many messages. I'm happy that even with all the drama we're saying that 2024 brought us, we are still excited to get into the new year. I mean, what choice do we have? The year is here. The best is to make the most of it and to actually make plans to win in this year. I'm excited about 2025 as well. I'm excited about 2025. I have plans. I have goals. You know, like FIFA said, set realistic goals, make plans. And it's not just putting them in your head. You also have to write them down. When you write them down, it also helps you to visualize what you want to see in 2025. So whilst we get ready for that song, I'm going to take a few more messages. Wanty from... Okay, there's no location. Wanty says, I'm looking forward to 2025. 2024, we see Geisha. But let's win in 2025. Okay, so Mercy says, 2025 is about to be a good year. It started on a good note. I already have good news popping since morning. Yeah, congratulations to you, Mercy. We have Gabriella says, 2025 is going to be beautiful because 2024, even though it did not start beautifully, ended in a good note. So I am very, very optimistic. Thank you so much, Gabriella, for your message. Precious also says, I've had a good time watching your show today. Every aspect of the show resonated with me, and so I am looking forward to 2025. Thank you so much for watching the show today. I also have Isheri. Isheri says, sorry, the words are a bit off. It's not getting together. So, Sherry, forgive me because I'm going to keep your message. I have Musa. Musa says, 2025 is already beautiful because since I woke up this morning, all the calls I've received have been good news. Right. Congratulations to you on that, Musa. And we hope that you continue to hear good news till the end of the year. Okay. That's been amazing. We have so many more messages, but there's very little time. It's that time of the show that we have to go. So, okay. So, Julie, while get ready, they're working on your sound, you might want to, give us your words to like a cappella for us. Like, let's enjoy your music, right?
All right. Thank you, Joe. The oceans and trees, yeah. Give me the reason why they ain't proud of me, yeah. Cause if I talk one, they want me talk two. That's the only time that they want to commune, yeah. You may think that tomorrow could be different, but it's not young. Right now, we get that no bando, so make put your hands up. So get your dancing from the dance floor now. The dance floor. Get your dancing from the dance floor now. Cause it could get better, it get worse. But I think what hell to sing my song. So get your dancing from the dance floor now. The dance floor, listen, let me shake this night in the skies. You were on a mission to kill my vibe. On this vibe, so the night and back. I'm a PG, so you know the speech.
Thank you so much, Julie. That was amazing. Thank you so much for coming to do that beautiful piece for us. And we've come to the end of today's edition of the Medley Show. Welcome to 2025. Happy New Year, and I will see you next week. Until then, you take care. My name is Tochi. Bye for now.